Hi everyone, welcome to another chapter of College Dunia Connect. Today we have Dr. Seema Agarwal with us from Kanoria Mahavidyalaya. She has worked as the head of department of ABST. She has also worked as the dean of college development, and right now she's serving as the principal for Kanoria Mahavidyalaya Jaipur. She has an experience of over 3 decades in academics and research. She has authored and co-authored numerous books on the subjects of income tax management, accounting, auditing, and advanced accounting. So let's start with learning a little more about her and her philosophy and leadership regarding how she manages the college. So ma'am, could you kindly help us with the first question, that is, what is your philosophy style of leadership?
For effective leadership, the important thing is that you should be compassionate with your colleagues, and whatever you want to done from your subordinates, you should create examples for them. If you know how to do work, then certainly the people who are working with you, they will also try to give their best. And it's not like that every people work equally. We have different people with different abilities, and for a best leader, the challenging task is that you have to decide what is best in each of the team members, and accordingly you have to allot them work and give them work satisfaction without creating any competition. I mean to say the bad competition among your colleagues.
Ma'am, you have had a very long career in the field of education. Could you please tell us what are the biggest challenges that you see for higher education in the current time?
See, higher education is very important. If statistically we see, then we find India is the country having the more numbers, or I say the larger number of students who are getting registered for higher education. But when we talk about the learning outcome, it's not like that. So there are many reasons. One of the reasons is that most of the universities are conducting annual exams for the basic graduation. So this I found as a bigger challenge, because once the student is aware that only one time in a year he or she has to appear for the examination, they do not take seriously that particular course throughout the year. They do other things, and when examination time comes, they only that time they become serious about that particular course. And for that time, when there is very short time, they go for the shortcuts like passbook, 1 week series. And this kind of input is making the level of higher education, or I say deteriorating the level of higher education. So my appeal is that every university have to stick on semester system. Either there is 3 years simple BA, BCom, BSc course, and there should be essential internal assessment. This kind of continuous assessment will be introduced in these basic non-technical higher education courses. Then only we can improve the standard of these courses.
What are the key factors that have kept you well connected with the education sector in the last 20-30 years?
The key factors is that everyone has to keep herself updated. See, like now, since last 2 years, we are talking about National Education Policy, NEP. And we know that in very near future, there will be big changes in the entire education system, especially in higher education system. So, all of us are keeping ourselves updated about the changes, and government is asking us about the feedback that this is the plan of NEP, what is going to be imposed on higher education system. Now, what do you think? So, in our college also, we conducted many panel discussion webinars on this, that what should be our takeaway from this new education policy to be imposed. So once you are in the education sector, then you have to keep yourself updated about the new challenges, new changes, and what are the new avenues. Like we have introduced many professional subjects in our regular courses. Like in last 5 years, we have introduced BSc Home Science, which is very much demanding course of graduation. Then we have included a subject, Garment Production and Export Management, which is again a practical subject, and a student pursuing graduation with this subject have more chances of self-employment or employment after finishing her graduation.
Ma'am, coming to the question, as the industry has changed in the last 2 years, what do you think should be every college's top priority for the next 3 years?
No, it's not like that. See, last 2 years were very uncertain. Things happened which were not in control of anyone's. And what we did, either we talk about the corporate sector or education sector or any kind of sector, the things are done automatically as per the situation. So it was like that. In education sector, we can say learning cannot be stopped. And we did it. We completed courses of all subjects in last 2 years. We adopted blended learning. Offline classes were also started as per the government regulation. Whenever things were open, we started offline courses, but we never stopped online courses. So it was a kind of choice or option available to students, and accordingly they did it. Not up to the mark because situations were different, but still they did what they can do their best in the relevant situations.
Ma'am, let's talk a little bit more about Kanoria Mahila. Would you like to share some things that you feel people don't generally know that they should know?
Kanoria College is a very old college. It's running in its 57 years. So, this is a college which has been established with outreach of education for women. And another point of establishment was to empower the women. And the definition of empowerment has been changed because time to time priority has been changed. Earlier, the female who has been able to do her graduation or able to go to the college can be called as empowered women. Now the definition is different. When we talk about women empowerment, we say how skilled the women are. So this college is committed to its vision by the changing times. Now we are running all graduation courses since we are affiliated by the university, but along with that, to achieve our vision, we have many certificate and diploma courses by which we can enrich them by skill enhancement courses, so that after doing 3 years degree course or a student who is spending 5 years with us, if she is stepping in outside world, we should empower that particular girl with the confidence of some skills plus some degree, so she can feel that yes, she has become empowered. And this college always believe in holistic development. In our college, we have variety of clubs and committees. Like we have communication skills development club, entrepreneurship club, then Bhasha Kaushal club, then Suruchi club, then sports club, all variety of clubs. And the motive is that we encourage the students to get registration of at least one club. Once the student entered in that particular club as per her potential or as per her hobby, then the teachers who are there to look after that particular club, what they do, they just grill the students and they provide them various platforms so that they can showcase their potential and we can work on our motto of capacity building. Capacity building is very important. The degrees you gain, they will just improve your CV. But when you are keen to improve your personality, for that capacity building is very important. And all our clubs and committees are working upon them. And I can quote you examples of many of our alumni who are giving credit of their success to our clubs and committees, that they learned a lot through the activities of clubs and committees.
Today we discussed that the college has also started a new incubation center to support the entrepreneurship spirit in the students. Could you please give us a little bit more insights on that?
As I was talking about empowerment of women. So nowadays, empowerment means financial independence. And when a girl feels that yes, there is one way by which she can become financially independent. And see, what is the situation if everyone thinks that they will do their graduation and appear for the competition exams? It is not cup of tea for every student. And if someone is doing that also, then the success rate is very low. As we know, there are many other reasons like reservation and the other things also. So it's not possible that every students who are preparing for competition exams, they will get success in that. So what we do, we try to drive them in another sector of self-employment. In our college, the concept of earn while learn was flaunted many years ago, and for that, what we used to do, we used to conduct some workshops that how you can convert your hobby into your business, and then it is a practice of conducting some fairs in which students display and sell the products made by them. But nowadays, skill enhancement is not limited up to the product making. Even services also, like digital marketing or the marketing of your talent, all these kinds of opportunities are available for us. So we have a chain of clubs which are interrelated. Like I quoted you, we have Suruchi Club, in which we ask the students to display their hobbies. Then we guide them how they can convert their hobby into their business. Then we transfer them to an Entrepreneurship Club. In this club, we give them some kind of guidance, how they can make your business plan, how they have to decide the cost price, and how they can decide the sale price of their product or service. Then whoever is interested for the idea of their startups, we transfer them to Center for Entrepreneurship. And the Center for Entrepreneurship give them advanced guidance. We have mentors, few from the college, few are the outsider, because we have many institutional collaboration. So those institutions with whom we have collaboration, they mentor our students, and finally the students is ready with her startup. And what we feel that in last year we do all these things, but we were poor in follow. What after the girl passed out from the college? So we thought about the incubation center. So now finally in this December 2021, our incubation center is registered under Section 8 of Companies Act. We named this Narika, and this Narika Incubation Center totally dedicated for female. This is the first female dedicated incubation center of Jaipur city and second of Rajasthan state. In this incubation center, this is now a formal structure to give boom to the startups. It is open for outsider also. It is female dedicated, so only females can be entertained in this incubation center. We have a good advisory committee in which we have people from government, people from industry, people from few entrepreneurs of the city. They ready to become part of our advisory committee, so they will be there. Soon we are making our list of mentors or mentors committee, and we are approaching government also for various funding schemes. So what is the dream of Narika is that once a girl is ready with all the basic of her startup, then we will help her to become a successful entrepreneur by providing all her needs regarding her startup.
Ma'am, what would be your message for families, parents, students who are looking forward to joining Kanoria?
See, my message was as it was years ago that whatever you do it seriously and carry on honest efforts. I get very disappointed when I see all the students studying through the 1 week series. They feel that they can pass a year with 3-4 days when they go for the ratifying of all the inputs there in 1 week series. So this is my humble appeal to all parents, family and students that this kind of study is not going to improve anything in the student. So what is required? You have to work on your language, you have to work on your learning knowledge. Every day do your introspection, what you have learned. Unless until you will not start this thing learning day-to-day basis, you will not find any difference in your intellect level. It was as same as when you were in the school. So don't take this education as just having a degree, take it as learning. So learning is required, and to lead a good life, learning is very important.
Thank you so much, Seema ma'am, for sharing your thoughts on education and give us an internal insight on Kanoria and the different activities that the college is doing for students. Thank you so much for connecting with us.
Thank you very much.